If you are over 60 and waking up 2, 3, 4 times a night to use the bathroom, your bladder is probably not the problem. Your body's plumbing schedule is broken, and the real cause is a hormone your brain stopped producing at the right time. Today, I'm going to show you how to fix it. 5 steps, no surgery, and step 5 catches the hidden cause that most doctors completely miss. 2:30 in the morning. You wake up. You stumble to the bathroom. You go back to bed. You finally start drifting off. And then it happens again, 3:45, and maybe again at 5:15. And the worst part is not the trips to the bathroom. It is the fact that you never get a full stretch of deep sleep. Your body never completes a full sleep cycle. So even when you get 7 hours in bed, you feel like you barely slept at all. And here is what makes it dangerous. Every single trip to the bathroom in the dark is a fall risk. Research shows that nocturia is one of the leading causes of nighttime falls in adults over 60. And those falls lead to hip fractures, hospitalizations, and worse. But most people never bring this up with their doctor. They assume it is just aging, that it is normal, that nothing can be done. It is not normal. Waking up 2 or more times per night to urinate is a medical condition called nocturia. It affects over 50% of adults over 60, and the research shows it is very treatable. But first, you need to understand what is actually happening inside your body, because the answer is not what you think. Most people blame their bladder or their prostate, but in the majority of cases, the real problem is not where the urine goes. It is how much urine your body makes at night. There are 4 mechanisms that cause nighttime urination. And most people over 60 have 2 or 3 of them happening at the same time. The first and most common cause is a hormone called antidiuretic hormone, or ADH. In a young body, ADH surges at night. It tells your kidneys to slow down and stop making urine while you sleep. Your urine production drops 50 to 80% overnight. That is why a healthy 30-year-old can sleep 8 hours without a single trip to the bathroom. But after 60, this rhythm flattens. A landmark study found that men without nocturia still had high nighttime ADH levels. But men who woke up to pee had the same ADH levels day and night. The nighttime surge was gone. Their kidneys were running at full speed all night long. In women, the situation is even worse. Research shows that women have consistently lower ADH levels throughout the entire day, with no nighttime rise at all. This may explain why nocturia is so common in older women, even without prostate issues. The second mechanism is leg fluid pooling. During the day, gravity pulls fluid down into your ankles and lower legs. You might notice your ankles are slightly swollen by evening. When you lie down to sleep, all that fluid rushes back into your bloodstream. Your heart detects the sudden increase in blood volume and releases a hormone called atrial natriuretic peptide, or ANP. ANP tells your kidneys to flush the excess fluid, and that is exactly what they do, at 2 in the morning. So it is not that you drank too much water. It is that the water you retained in your legs during the day is flooding your kidneys while you sleep. The third cause is reduced bladder capacity. As you age, the detrusor muscle in your bladder wall becomes stiffer and less elastic. It generates involuntary contractions. The signal that says your bladder is full fires earlier and earlier. So even a normal amount of nighttime urine is enough to wake you. And the fourth cause is one that almost nobody talks about. Sleep apnea. When your airway collapses during sleep, the negative pressure in your chest stretches your heart. That triggers the same ANP hormone we just talked about. Your kidneys get the signal to produce urine every time you have an apnea episode. A study of patients with severe sleep apnea found they were waking 4 to 5 times per night to urinate. After treating the apnea with CPAP, that number dropped to less than 1. An 80% reduction, without changing a single thing about their bladder or fluid intake. So if you snore loudly or gasp during sleep, your nocturia might not be a bladder problem at all. It might be a breathing problem. And that brings us to the 5-step protocol. Here are the 5 evidence-based steps to cut your nighttime bathroom trips by 50% or more. Start at step 1 and work your way down. Here is what most people get wrong. They hear nocturia and they stop drinking water. That is the worst thing you can do. A study found that when patients decreased their daytime fluid intake by 32%, nocturia episodes dropped from 2.3 to 1.8 per night. But the key word is redistribute, not restrict. You still need 1.5 to 2 liters per day. Just drink the majority of it before 4 in the afternoon. Think of it this way. Your hydration window is from morning to mid-afternoon. After 4 p.m., you are tapering. After dinner, you stop. This gives your kidneys time to process the fluid while you are still awake. This is the step that surprised researchers the most, and it is the one most people have never heard of. A study of 95 patients found that those who successfully reduced their salt intake had significantly fewer nighttime bathroom trips. The mechanism is straightforward. Excess sodium creates an osmotic load. Your kidneys have to flush it out with water. And if you eat salty food at dinner, that flushing happens at 2 in the morning. The protocol is simple. No salty snacks after 5 p.m. No processed food at dinner. Read labels. That bag of chips, that frozen pizza, that soy sauce on your stir-fry. Each one is a ticket to the bathroom at 3 a.m. For many people, this single change makes a bigger difference than cutting water. Because you are addressing the root cause, osmotic diuresis from unexcreted sodium. This technique comes from cardiology, not urology, and it is remarkably effective. If your ankles are even slightly puffy by evening, this step is essential. After dinner, sit or recline with your legs elevated above heart level. Hold this position for 1 to 2 hours. The fluid that pooled in your legs during the day drains back into your bloodstream. Your kidneys process it while you are still awake. You urinate before bed instead of at 3 a.m. A rigorous study comparing different compression methods found that compressive bandages on the lower extremities significantly reduced nocturnal urine volume. The science is clear. Drain the fluid while you are vertical, not while you are horizontal. If you have significant ankle swelling, wear compression stockings during the day. They prevent the fluid from accumulating in the first place. Prevention is always easier than correction. This sounds basic, but most people do it wrong, and it can add an extra hour to your first sleep stretch. Here is the technique. Urinate normally before bed. Then wait 2 to 3 minutes. Brush your teeth. Walk around the bedroom. Then go back and urinate again. You will be surprised how much comes out the second time. That leftover urine is called post-void residual. In a healthy young person, it is almost 0. But with age, especially in men with enlarged prostates, 50 to 100 milliliters can stay behind. That residual means your bladder starts the night already partially full. Double voiding resets the clock. This is the step I have been building toward. Because it catches the cause that most doctors and most YouTube videos completely miss. If you followed steps 1 through 4 for 2 to 3 weeks and you are still waking up 3 or more times, there is a very high chance you have undiagnosed sleep apnea. Studies show that patients who wake 4 to 5 times per night to urinate almost always have severe sleep apnea. And when that apnea is treated, their nocturia drops to less than 1 trip per night. That is not a small improvement. That is a cure. Ask your doctor for a home sleep study. It is a simple device you wear for 1 night. If it comes back positive, CPAP therapy does not just fix the bathroom trips. It fixes your blood pressure, your heart risk, your daytime energy, your memory. Sleep apnea treatment is one of the highest return medical interventions available for anyone over 60. And here is the most important thing. If you have been told your nocturia is just your prostate, or just aging, or just your bladder, and nobody has ever checked your breathing during sleep, you may have been treating the wrong problem for years. Now, here is why most people fail with these steps, and it comes down to 2 mistakes. Mistake number 1. They confuse fluid redistribution with fluid restriction. They stop drinking water entirely. That makes everything worse. Dehydration concentrates your urine, irritates your bladder, and can actually increase urgency. The goal is to shift when you drink, not how much. Mistake number 2. They never tell their doctor. Research shows that patients wait an average of over 2 years before mentioning Nocturia to a healthcare provider. 2 years of broken sleep, fall risk, and exhaustion because they assumed nothing could be done. And there is a deeper truth here. Nocturia is not just an inconvenience. Studies show a dose-dependent relationship between nocturia and mortality. The more times you wake up, the higher your risk of cardiovascular events. Not because the bathroom trips are dangerous, but because the sleep deprivation and the underlying conditions causing nocturia are. This is your body sending you a signal. The question is whether you listen to it. Those are the 5 steps. Let me put them together. Step 1. Redistribute your fluids. Drink before 4. Stop 2 to 3 hours before bed. Step 2. Cut the salt after 5 p.m. Step 3. Elevate your legs for 1 to 2 hours after dinner. Step 4. Double void before bed. And Step 5. If you are still waking 3 or more times, get screened for sleep apnea. I put everything from this video into a free guide called the Adrian Mercer Sleep Protocol. It is a 7-day plan that includes the Nocturia protocol plus all the sleep optimization strategies from this channel. Link in the description. Drop your email and it is yours. If you want to go deeper on how sleep changes after 60, watch my video on the 7 sleep rules that change everything. I will link it in the description and in the card right here. Tell me in the comments, how many times do you wake up per night? I read every comment and I will answer as many as I can.